I like to rant, do I not? I do. Well, I started doing this YouTube channel back in 2017 because I had this prediction around 2005, 2006 when social media was like really becoming popular. Twitter came out in 2006. And I remember thinking the social networks were going to make everybody insane. And it was going to take approximately 10 years. But what happened 10 years later? Do y'all remember? Donald Trump. Now, we actually like the guy, but many people do not. The majority of the people that had such an issue with him being in office are people that are so addicted to their phone it's not even funny. Like, if you took their phone away, they would have an anxiety attack. These motherfuckers are responsible for, what's it called? Nomophobia. Nomophobia. That's the fear of being without your phone. God. This whole society just needs to be destroyed. There's always clinical terms for everything. What do you give to somebody that's addicted to their phone? Like, how do you treat that problem? Because I've been thinking about this. How do you treat that problem in a society that is totally engulfed in technology? How do you treat that problem? I can't even imagine how hard that must be to give up. Like, can you imagine, like, trying to get sober and, like, everywhere you go, people are drunk? It's like, imagine trying to get sober in, like, New Orleans. Or, like, China. I hear China's got really bad drinking problem out there. Like, everybody's an alcoholic in China. I wonder why. Well, I don't think that American problems are only American problems, you know? Like, I mentioned this before, how the internet has given us all equality. The internet and the smartphones and the social media have proven that everybody is the same piece of crap, you know? It's really proven that. And I actually just read that in an article. They were talking about how, like, smartphone addiction does not discriminate. Like, people from all different countries, all different races, genders, sexual orientations, ages, they're all addicted to it. So, there you go. They can stop talking about equality now. I forgot what my original point was. Oh, you were talking about how does one get over that? How does one escape an addiction to smartphones when everybody around them is addicted to a smartphone? Right? Right? Like, I'm trying to find a comparison that would be accurate, but there really is none. Okay? And this article also stated something else that I've mentioned before about how the only difference between smartphone addiction and regular ass addiction is the fact that this addiction is being encouraged. I mean, are there, like, commercials talking about dependency? Are there programs devoted to it? I mean, I know that there are 12-step programs for that. I know that there's, like, some sort of rehab clinic for technology addiction. But I mean, how do you expect to address that problem when it's something that is literally everywhere you go? I mean, there's no escape. And I get that, like, everything is revolving around the internet, you know, like, that's how all these operating systems work, apparently. I mean, if, like, the internet shuts down, it's like literally everything would shut down. Like, why doesn't that scare people? Why doesn't it scare people to think that this one object that you carry around with you everywhere you go and you depend on for so many different things that are vital to your everyday life, they're vital to your existence in relation to how you pay bills, how you work, how you eat, how you have sex, how you learn anything, if you can even consider that learning. I mean, it's literally like swiping people's memory. Like, it's accelerating the aging process. So it's like, what's the point in learning anything if you're just retarding yourself the entire time, you know? Like, you're just gonna forget whatever you learned, so there's no point. But I'm just trying to, like, come up with something constructive, you know? Like, a way to help people get out of this mess that they're in. But I really can't come up with anything because you guys are completely fucked. Like, you really are. You're completely fucked. I'm not fucked. Like, even if things go to shit, and, I mean, they already are, but say we end up getting an even worse diarrhea doo-doo than we're already in, which is highly likely. I mean, I'll still be fine, and the reason why I'll still be fine is because my existence doesn't revolve around this stupid system that you guys worship, all right? This system that is literally designed to enslave everybody. I mean, voting, like, that's what voting is. Like, you're voting to be enslaved. Every time you swipe, every time you go along with what they're telling you to do, it's like it's like you want